In this video, I'll be showing you 5 Solidworks tips and tricks. Sketch pictures are a great way to help model complex 3D geometries. After we select a plane to sketch on, we click the Tools button at the top of the Solidworks screen and then select Sketch Tools. At the bottom of the drop-down menu, we select Sketch Picture, which will allow us to upload an image. Once the image is selected, we can position it in SOLIDWORKS around the origin. Since the width of the picture is 604 millimeters, we're going to move it 302 millimeters to the left by using a negative sign and typing in 302 millimeters. And now the picture is centered to the origin. Then we do the same to the top and front views, placing them on the top and right plane respectively. The final product gives us 2D references from which we can work to build our 3D or surface model. Force rebuild in SOLIDWORKS is a great way to fix anything that isn't working or updating properly. In SOLIDWORKS, we can press the stoplight button at the top of the screen in order to rebuild the document. This rebuild operation only rebuilds new or changed features, however. By holding down Control and hitting Q, we can use Force Rebuild to go through the entire tree, as SOLIDWORKS will rebuild every single item individually. As you can see, by hitting Control Q, Force Rebuild went through the entire tree and found a solution to the sketch, whereas the Rebuild feature did not. Force Rebuild is a more robust way to rebuild your entire geometry. In SOLIDWORKS, the trim command is very helpful when working with sketches. Using power trim allows us to delete our sketch lines to the nearest intersection by holding down our mouse as we drag over the sketch. If we want to extend our sketch lines, we can hold down Shift and drag over the sketch. Using the corner trim tool, we can create a corner between 2 selected lines while the rest of the lines will be deleted. Using trim to closest, we can specifically choose which lines we want to delete. In this example, we use the power trim tool to get rid of lines that are preventing the sketch from being used with the boss feature. Creating sketch planes with reference geometry is an essential trick to create sketches in directions that aren't readily available. First, we'll begin by creating a sketch on the top plane, centered about the origin. We'll draw one line that is horizontal and 2 lines that are perpendicular to each other, and give a degree dimension between the first line and the horizontal line. By selecting Plane under Reference Geometry, we can select the second perpendicular line to be coincident and the dimension line to be perpendicular. And now we have a plane that is 50 degrees off the axis of the top plane. Now we can quickly sketch and create a boss feature up to the body of the cube. Now we can change the direction of the boss by changing the dimension in the first sketch. Sketching on reference planes is more robust than sketching on surfaces. Here is a trick for saving multi-body 3D parts for printing. Here we have a sphere split into quarters with a hole through the center. By hovering our mouse over the bodies and pressing Tab, we can hide the bodies we do not want to save. Once the bodies that we want to save are showing, we can save the part as an STL file. By choosing STL as the Save As type, we can now improve the quality of the part by selecting Options. In the Options tab, we can lower the deviation and angle tolerance to create an STL file with smoother surfaces. The smoother the STL file, the smoother the 3D printed part will be. One disadvantage is that the lower the deviation and tolerance, the larger the STL file will be. For comparison, if we chose the largest deviation and tolerance, we can see that the part is much less smooth, which will lead to a rougher 3D printed part. Thanks for watching this video. I hope these 5 tips and tricks help you in SolidWorks. If you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.